Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGod, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you the best class setup for the VAPR XKG. I've already kind of talked about how the rifles are the dominant weapon in Black Ops 4. I've already done a couple videos on the other rifles, and this one competes just as well as the others and has a slightly faster time to kill since it does have that high caliber. For the class setup today, we'll be running the rapid fire with high caliber suppressor. I'm also running engineer, dead silence, team link. I am running that acoustic sensor, which you don't see on the screen. And so I can make this class setup happen, I am running the primary Gunfighter 1 wildcard, as well as the Perk 3 Greed wildcard. So for the gameplay we got going on in the background, it does start off with the ICR for whatever reason, and then I automatically switch it. But I didn't switch it enough time, so after my first death, that's where you're going to actually see this weapon in action. So again, that's rapid fire, high caliber, and suppressor. The reason I run that rapid fire is because that allows this gun to be a little bit more competitive. When I was going through the leveling up process, I noticed I was losing a lot of gunfights by one shot, and rapid fire allows you to close that gap. In addition to that, when you run high caliber, all those headshots will melt your opponent, regardless if they have armor or not. The time to kill gets cut dramatically. And then obviously I'm a fan of the suppressor because it keeps you off the minimap. You're able to get some nice little flanks. But in addition to that, it is very forgiving on the range reduction that you get. It's only 10% for rifles, which is a significant improvement over the past Call of Duties. So at this point in the video, I'm actually going to describe what I'm doing in the video. I'm going to kind of walk you through my entire thought process, which I think is very useful when you use certain weapons. It definitely helps to have a little bit of the insight on how I'm thinking when I'm actually using the weapon, how I approach certain gunfights, how I use my loadout to maximize my overall success rate when I actually play the game. So if you do enjoy the video in any way or any of the tips included, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups like the one today, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve at Call of Duty. If any of that content seems like the content you typically watch, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, and then stick around to the end so you can kind of see my entire thought process. So now that I've died, I'm actually able to use that VAPR class setup. So right here you can see my acoustic sensors going off. I know that someone's behind me, kind of peeking. I know he went upstairs. So a lot of times it's hard to tell because that thing flickers so quickly. I'm trying to hip fire the guy, or whatever reason, my bullets weren't registering properly. I think I was just missing. And that happens. A lot of times those tight quarters, if you're not very accurate in that space, you're going to lose that gunfight probably 9 times out of 10. I go ahead and snap on that guy. You can see how quick the time to kill is. I know a lot of people are saying, hey man, it takes too long to kill, too many bullets. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to how accurate you can be. You can see right there, I really didn't miss any shots, and the guy got obliterated very quickly. And that's what the weapons are very good at, especially if you're using the rifles. Right there was a scenario where I missed a few shots. Obviously, the guy's not going to die if I'm missing shots. He comes out. I do have a teammate right there that didn't seem to fire his weapon until I already got killed. And this guy, I ended up playing against him, with him. That dude is an awful player. For whatever reason, I don't know what he was looking at, but he wasn't helping very much. You can see this guy jumps around the corner. I end up getting him. Acoustic sensor's going off. I go ahead and try and peek that guy. Come around, easy kill. The guy ended up hitting me once. Took 37 damage. So whatever he was using, very strong. So as for the streaks, what you see that I'm using on the screen there is a UAV, the little turret, and then I am using the strike team. And in case you guys didn't know, when the strike team gets kills, that actually contributes to your overall streak. So if you're trying to get a nuclear or unstoppable, probably the easiest way to do it is to get that strike team, get them to land. If they get a bunch of kills, that's just going to chain over to your next streak and allow you to cycle through to your next one. Typically, you need at least one set, probably 2 in most cases if you're looking to get that nuclear. I've gotten a few nuclears in this game, and it's actually funny enough, I was using the VAPR and I had 0 attachments. It was like my first or second match with it, so I hadn't had a chance to level it up to actually use other attachments. So this weapon can melt as long as you play very smart about your positioning. I know that the guys are going to be coming around this area. It looks like they're behind me, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose that gunfight. Keep in mind, I do go on a pretty long streak towards the second half of this video, and what you're going to see is me kind of just trying to play the objective a little bit, keep people off the area. I kind of jump around over here knowing someone's in there, trying to approach it, and then obviously my teammates killed it. We did capture that objective. Looks like someone's coming around. The acoustic sensor can give you a lot of information, but it definitely takes practice to figure out where people are coming from. I don't know how I missed bullets on that guy, because literally he's sliding into my gun. I didn't look like I missed a single shot, and he almost kills me. You can see that the range of this weapon is very strong as well. I think it has a 50 meter 6 or 7 shot kill range, But when you have that high caliber, even with the suppressor, it's going to reduce that slightly. But overall, if you're hitting some headshots, people go down very, very quick. And I think the main reason for that is because the damage multiple is like 1.75 instead of 1.5. So high caliber in this game is definitely stronger, at least from my beta testing. That's what I was able to identify. I haven't had a chance to go back in and test it for all the different weapons now that the full game's launched. But at the end of the day, I don't think they changed the headshot multiplier that much where it's actually going to have that negative impact. I know that there's a guy somewhere over here. I'm just trying to peek with my team. Looks like they are rushing around. I am on a head glitch. I do have a teammate behind me, and it looks like one of my teammates is flanking, which he was able to do. Get a little kill there, able to call in that UAV. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, I'm actually running Crash, and I typically run Crash if I'm not running Scavenger. So if one of my class setups has Scavenger, I'm probably going to be running Recon. Unless that's taken up, maybe I'll take one of the other specialists. But for the most part, I pretty much run with Crash or I run with Recon. So right here, I'm just kind of waiting it out, peeking where people are coming from. Already on a 5 streak. I got my sentry gun, so that happened pretty quickly. And I think a lot of that had to do with where I placed my ammo bag. Maybe people were picking up ammo. But I do have that specialized golden ammo, so I get extra score per every kill. And that's just a little side tip for anyone that actually sees those bags on the ground. Make sure you make a strong effort to pick those up because they will boost your score as well. So anytime I'm not Crash and I see one of those Crash bags laying around, I make sure I put an effort into getting those bags because that ammo goes a long way. The extra score buff goes a long way. It's basically like you get Crash's specialty without actually having to run Crash. Right here, I know they're kind of on the objective. It looks like some guy's trying to sneak around. There are 3 of them on the bridge. I'm just trying to see that no one flanks us because it looks like someone was trying to flank. And then I'm positioning, seeing who's over here. Looks like I got to push a little bit aggressively, come around. I got the suppressor. They don't really know where I'm at. I know that there's some guy down low. I just got to wait till he pushes out. I go ahead and take him out. Don't take really too much damage. Strike team's coming in. And now I can go ahead and kind of push off a little bit. The strike team will do damage, and all those kills, like I said, they count towards your streaks. And right now we're just kind of controlling the middle of the map with my streaks because I have that sentry gun in the window. So anyone that goes on the bridge allows them to get shot or allows them to have to divert their traffic. Looks like they finally dropped down. You can see they usually stick in a pack together. You can command them, and if you get a second set right away, make sure you call them in right away unless the round's about to end. Obviously, since I'm playing Hardpoint, it's only going to end on time or if one of the teams hits 250 score. And in this certain scenario, it looks like all my teammates are in this front area that I'm looking. As I turn, they're now behind me. And in all reality, all the enemies should be right in front of me. But it looks like the strike team is going in there a little bit aggressively. We are coming around here and it doesn't look like anyone's behind us now. So now I start pushing back to the other side of the map because it looks like maybe the spawns have flipped. So that's something you got to be aware of. Spawns do flip pretty regularly and definitely more often in Hardpoint because of the Hardpoint rotates. The different spawn locations rotate as well. Looks like everyone's on that back side of the church. This sentry gun is taking him out. I see a guy right there. I was trying to hit him because he had that launcher. So it was definitely a little bit of a sketchy situation. So right now I'm just sticking to the outskirt of the map. It looks like we still have the spawns in this area for whatever reason, or the spawns still haven't flipped. So they got to be coming around that backside towards the opposite side of the church. And then I'm just trying to peek, see where people are at, pushing back through mid. It looks like I haven't really ran into anyone for a while, and that happens sometimes when you call in streaks. They start getting kills, your team gets a little bit better map control. You can see we're up probably 2-1 on the score, 80 to 130, so we're doing really good. I peeked the spawn. It does look like someone happened to be there. Now I got a UAV that'll help me a little bit with map awareness, but I'm a little bit wary on how I got to push this building because it looked like some guy was in there. He just killed our teammate, and the acoustic sensor's going off telling me that there's someone there, but it looks like they're on the ground level trying to come around the building. I was trying to free aim hoping he was coming this way. End up shooting him in the back a couple times. He did have that body armor which protected him a little bit. Body armor will slow that time to kill. Where do you have the objective? I know someone's coming around. Go ahead and pre-aim, pre-fire, pretty much take him out, and then I go ahead and position around the outside trying to get another nice solid flank. A lot of times when we have map control like we do, you got to make sure that you're positioning yourself the right way so you don't lose that map control. We do have that little bit of vision pulse going on, so I'm able to shoot these guys at range. I do end up low health. You can see right there I'm on a bit of a longer streak, and then I end up getting shot while that thing, I set it down. It wasn't able to react quick enough. I end up dying off my streak. If you have enjoyed the video so far, do hit that like button. I know a lot of times people click away when you go on a long streak and you die, but if you have enjoyed it, remember to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I'm gonna kind of write out the rest of the video, kind of walking through my thought process. Obviously, there's only a little bit of time left. We do have a hard point that is about to rotate, so I'm just trying to pay attention to what's going on here. So it looks like we do have the hill still here. I'm just trying to pay attention to what's happening with this acoustic sensor. It looks like someone's coming up. I go ahead and take this guy out. At least I try to. I come around, jump shot a little bit, and I'm getting shot in the back. You can see how good it goes from playing smart to playing aggressive. You got to balance it out. Right there, I'm just playing a little too aggressive. And I make a similar mistake right here by staying in and engaging, knowing that I'm missing a couple of the shots. For whatever reason, there's two guys there, so I get insta-melted. So definitely not a smart move. That's pretty much going to wrap up the video. We end up winning. Time runs out. Hopefully you get a chance to try out the best class setup for the VAPR in Black Ops 4. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.